What's going on, everybody? Average Arcader here, and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. What was it? I think it was a new quest, I believe. A new quest. If you guys aren't familiar with the show, I did a very fun playthrough of the first Dungeons and Dragons that Everbloom Games made. I even was able to have one of the devs on, a good friend of mine, the Redstone Scientist, for an interview, and he told me a lot about how they put that together. Everbloom Games is one of my favorite studios. If you're a fan of the channel, you know that. So as soon as I saw this yesterday when it came up, I purchased it right away. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway for this one as well. Now, I didn't receive any codes for this one, so I'm only going to be doing one giveaway. So after the third episode in this series, I'll announce a winner. If you want to apply, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a comment on this series of videos. For each comment, I'm going to put an entry in for you. So make sure to leave a comment that's relevant for the video. And again, thank you guys for hanging in there. I know it's been a while since I've made content again, but life kind of hits you hard sometimes. Some of my friends, some of my dev friends kind of know what happened. It was a pretty big thing. Maybe later on down the line, I may tell you guys. I'm not sure if I want to really tell a whole lot of people, but it was something big that kind of happened in my life that kind of took me down, took my wife down, and I kind of lost track with my channel, but I'm back on my feet again and we're ready to keep going. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm very excited for this. Let's see what happens. 8 chunks, yeah. Map contains flashing lights. Should we go down here? Oh, yes. Back down into the basement. Make sure to go check out my friends over there at Everbloom Games. They have a very big list of awesome games. Their storytelling, because I've always said every single one of these guys has one thing they do really good. One of the teams, and Everbloom's storytelling is some of the best.
Hey there, welcome back. I had such a great time playing Dungeons and Dragons with you last time. I'm glad you've decided to come back for more. Catra and Vair had some wild adventures together, but you didn't get to hear the full story. Those two had lots of adventures before their final battle to save the material plane. In fact, why don't I take you through some of them? You'll get to see how Catra's relationship with Vair developed more closely, meet new characters, talk with some of your favorites, fight new monsters, and explore hidden corners of the Forgotten Realms. First off, though, do you want a refresher on how the game works? It's been a bit since the last time we played.
Why don't we do that? Because it has been a bit. I remember some of the gameplay, but...
Great. Let's get started. Now, you were playing Catra, but do you mind reminding me what class you were?
Ooh, I don't remember. I think I was a warrior. I couldn't rightly remember. Was I a wizard? I can't even remember, to tell you the honest truth. I cannot remember. I want to say we were either a paladin or a barbarian. We were some type of warrior for sure. Let's go with... We'll go with barbarian this time.
Now, your character's growth is going to be a bit different this time around, so we're going to allocate your stats from scratch. Okay, next let's allocate your stats. You want me to explain how stats and dice rolling work in this game?
That I remember. I already remember. Certain the dice thing was actually pretty cool because the dice actually is pretty much how you get your critical hits. So that I remember. So we don't really, but you know, for those who, because you don't need to play both games to be able to play. You don't have to play the first one to play this. So let's go ahead and do that.
Stats determine what you're good at. Each stat has a use in combat, but they can also apply to role-playing situations and other things you do while adventuring in the world. Whenever you roll the 20-sided die, you'll add whichever stat applies to the roll. So, say you've got a +3 in wisdom and need to see if someone is telling the truth, you would roll the d20 and add 3 to whatever you rolled. That insight check would show how well you're able to read that person's intentions and emotions. Rolling high means you can understand them and see through any lies they might be telling. Rolling low means that you believe whatever they're saying. Within reason, of course. If you roll a 20 on that die, then you'll almost certainly succeed at whatever you're trying to do, or at least get useful info. Let's try an example. You are speaking to a tavern keeper, asking after some local bandits that you've been hired to hunt down. He talks easily enough, but he says that he has no information on these people or where to find them. Okay, you rolled a 10, so add 3 to that. With a 13, you notice him tense and almost physically withdraw when you ask him about the bandits, giving you the sense that he's hiding something and knows more about the situation than he's letting on. That's pretty much it. Rolling a 20 when you hit someone in a fight also counts as a critical hit and doubles how much damage you do to them. Rolling a 1 on that die, though, can be really bad news. Sometimes it just means failing whatever you're doing. Sometimes it means failing so spectacularly that you, I don't know, fall down a flight of stairs, out of a window and into a pen of screaming goats. Okay, probably not that specifically, but you get the idea. You'll also see that your class already has stats that will best support their abilities. How you add your extra stat points is up to you. Do you want to make them better at what they already do, or do you want to balance them out a bit? You'll get more stat points to distribute as we play, so don't worry about this step too much.
Okay, strength is already high. Oof, because I went with barbarian. Charm and everything's down. We've got 5. Let's see here. Well, let's get wisdom up. And we'll fix the rest of that later as we go.
Great. Now that we've cleared that up, let's start with a little recap. You are playing as Catra, a young adventurer from Nash Kell. Your parents tasked you to investigate a series of disappearances in your village, suggesting that you speak to the nearby dragon Endandraverir, or Vair for short. However, when you arrived in his cave, you witnessed a horrible scene. Mysterious assailants trapped Vair's soul in a coin and stole his body away after infecting it with some sort of parasite for their own nefarious purposes. The villains then misplaced the coin, and you, upon touching it, found Vair's soul forced into your own body. Note that Vair can talk to you, but only you can hear him. You return to your village only to find it set ablaze by the same people who had trapped Vair. They seem to be hunting you while everyone in your entire village, including your parents, have gone missing. As the pair of you set off on a journey to restore Vair to his body and rescue the missing townspeople, you begin exploring the world outside of your village for the first time. You too meet new allies, battle surprising and challenging enemies, and eventually learn of a coming calamity. While your relationship with Vair is rocky at first, you both find a strange comfort in one another's company, despite your unusual circumstances. Vair, however, has a terrible fear of small spaces and confinement, as they remind him of being rendered helpless while having his soul ripped from his body and stuffed into a coin. We rejoin our heroes after having faced the mage who stole Vair's body. But this story isn't about him. No, this is about your deal with Thesserai, Archmage and the Sage of Magic at Candlekeep. After you were arrested for sneaking into Candlekeep's inner ward, Thesserai offered to dismiss the charges and even help you to put Vair's soul back into his body in exchange for help with a task. Now that you have completed Thesserai's request, you return to the Great Library, where the powerful wizard awaits. After reporting to him, he reveals that those responsible for Vair's predicament may be a cult that worships insane, horrifying gods from beyond the stars called Elder Evils. He even has a lead on something that may help separate your soul from Vair's. Before you leave, though, it seems that he has another matter of great importance to discuss.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Before you head off to Icewind Dale, there is a favor I would like to ask of you. There's a magical artifact that might as well be a physical representation of chaos and probability, known colloquially as the Deck of Many Things. I've been experimenting with chaos magic for the past year or three, and the Deck of Many Things has been integral to my research. Unfortunately, the problem with chaos magic is that it is, well, chaotic. My investigations have been rather fruitful, but one of my experiments may have gone a little, unexpectedly. And now the deck has been scattered all around the Sword Coast, even up to Icewind Dale. I cannot make the trip myself. I have too many responsibilities here, but if you can collect the cards for me, then we can both benefit from whatever magics I uncover in my work. Fortunately, I had the foresight to place tracking spells on each card, partly to see where the cards go after someone draws one. Unfortunately, the tracking is imprecise, so I can only point you in the right direction. That being said, each card is a magical artifact in its own right, and is likely to have attracted some attention. Simply asking around and helping out the locals as you go could be a good way of finding the missing cards. Just don't try to reorganize them. Strange things could happen if you do, ranging from the inconvenient to the levels of horror that are reserved for nightmares and particularly bad advertisements. As a note, though, chaos magic is related to the energies of the outer planes. In other words, this research could be useful in finding out exactly what that masked mage with his little army of eldritch horrors intends to do. It might even help you find Endandraveir's body. Just food for thought. Have fun roughing it in the wilds.
Katra, the Deck of Many Things is one of the most legendarily powerful artifacts in all the realms.
I gathered. But what does it actually do?
The Deck of Many Things is a set of cards like those you'd find in a set of playing cards. But each card carries with it a powerful magical effect. Using it is always risky, as some effects can be advantageous, but others disastrous. Few know exactly what the possibilities of its use are, but it is powerful enough to cause untold chaos in the wrong hands. At the same time, in the right hands, it could be the deciding factor in turning the tides of war. We must secure all the missing cards, as much as it pains me to do the bidding of Thessarai.
Yikes. I guess we better get going then.
Okay, so we've got some side quests. Whoa. Okay, yeah. We definitely have 3 quests to do in Candlekeep. All right, guys, let's get to work. Also, just to give you a little bit more hit on that giveaway, since I'm only doing 1 because I didn't get any codes, that means I'm just going to be giving you guys the Minecraft coin to go out and buy it. I'm just going to give someone a code that's going to give them enough Minecraft coins so they can go out and just buy this themselves, since I didn't get a code for it. All right. Let's see here.
Excuse me? Hello? A moment if you be so kind, dearie. Oh, an adventurer? How convenient. How do you feel about making a little money, Depends on how I'd get it, I guess. Fair enough. My research partner has been gone for far too long. He's a naturalist specializing in magical creatures. I won't get into the weeds about it with you, but he likes to observe the beasts personally, and I wonder if something might have finally happened to him. Could you perhaps go find him? He mentioned that he would be observing the strange wildlife in the nearby ravine, whatever that's supposed to mean. I'll see what I can do about tracking him down. Good. The old fool probably tried polymorphing into whatever creature he was studying, or decided to go invisible and live in their den with them for a while, or something ridiculous like that. Just find him and tell him to come back already. Our latest paper is up for review, and I need him to help back it.
Okay. That's the Wayfinder. Let's open the menu. Search the ravine. Okay, then. So how do we get down from here? I'm very anxious to fight something. Another person to talk to.
You again. I can't say I approve of Sage Thessarai's decision to make a deal with you. Makes upholding the law difficult if people think they can just make an agreeable exchange after they commit a crime. Still, perhaps we can get some use out of you. Help make up for the damage you did in the catacombs.
If it will bring me back into your good graces, then yeah, I'll help. What do you need?
Before you illegally entered the city, you might have noticed the small mist-shrouded island near Candlekeep. I need you to go there and lift the curse that keeps a perpetual mist in place. The lighthouse there is entirely obscured, and we need it visible, lest approaching vessels crash into the rocks. We've already had several such losses in the 3 years since this began. This is bad for commerce and an unacceptable hazard. Will you do it?
Curse info.
Is there anything more you can tell me about this curse?
I am afraid not. Our scrying magics will not pierce the fog for some reason. The only thing I can tell you is that we think the curse is related to a ghost ship that washed up on shore around the same time the fog appeared. When we went to investigate the beach ship, there was no crew on board or evidence that they had departed on foot. People avoid the place now, as they think it is haunted or bad luck.
Okay.
I'll look into this for you, but I'm not making any promises. I don't exactly specialize in curses.
That is fine. Information is what we need most of all. Go there, then tell us what you find. Head down to the docks attached to the Court of Air. You will find a ferryman to take you over.
Okay, so I like to do side quests before I hit into the main quest. So it looks like we'll be doing side quests this episode because the questing is pretty good in these games. I know it was at least in the first one. So
From atop the city walls, I saw a tree fall in the forest. But I wasn't
okay, believe we're going in the right direction. There we go. Let's go do the island one first, and then we'll try to do the ravine. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Oh, you know what? We got stats, didn't we? Two. Let's get our, because they already gave us good combat ones, so let's get our charm above the negatives. I think the only thing I might leave alone is intellect. I am a barbarian. So we'll leave intellect alone and we'll get everything else going. I probably chose paladin last time because I don't remember having such low intellect and wisdom. But it's okay. I'll probably replay a couple more times on my own. Maybe I'll do a live stream.
Can I help you with something?
The captain of the guard said that you would take me to that island with the lighthouse on it.
Ah, another one, huh? Hope you have your affairs in order. Seems like half the people I take over there for her never make the return trip.
Yeah,
That's
she said
promising.
something along those lines too.
Huh, your funeral? Well, come on then. I'll play the part of ferryman to the afterlife again, it seems.
Is that a siren?
That is disquieting. Perhaps there is a siren about.
A what?
A creature that sings to lure people into danger, usually to run a ship ashore so that it can eat whomever falls in the water.
Haha.
Keep an eye out. They are devious, but not too dangerous in a fight.
Thanks for the lift, Mac. I don't even know if his name's Mac or not. Get back, rats. Get back.
These skeletons are still wearing what's left of their armor.
They must be what is left of some of our predecessors, but I cannot tell whether these were avowed soldiers or mercenaries like us.
Like us. I'm not a mercenary.
You agreed to payment from someone you do not owe allegiance to in exchange for risking your life. That makes you a mercenary, especially considering how you are now killing monsters to secure that payment.
That's... okay, that's fair.
It is nothing to be ashamed of.
Nice. Ouch. Stupid rat.
Ugh. How is that sound supposed to lure anyone? It makes me want to run the other way.
Indeed. Perhaps not a siren, but something else.
Tell you what, these are some tough rats. Ooh, excuse me.
Look at that wall. Something happened there where that frame hangs.
Indeed, there is a simple frame here, though you do not know what for, and there is some damage to the wall behind it.
Look around.
Looking at this frame, you cannot tell what used to be within. Whatever was here has been too thoroughly destroyed.
Yeah.
I really don't like the sound of that.
Nor I. Be careful, child. That is no siren we hear.
Maybe we can use the gold to get some better, armor for sure.
Arturo, that is a banshee. Block your ears, lest its wail kill you.
It can kill me just by screaming?
Yep. Was the fireball always that awesome? Because I don't remember it being like that. But then again, it's been a while since I played that first one. I'm very happy they came out with more.
Stop! Please. I am sorry. I shall not try to hurt you again.
I don't believe her.
My mind is not entirely my own, and I was frightened.
You were frightened. You tried to kill me.
I am sorry. I have been in this state for some time, and it feels like my thoughts become a bit more chaotic and nonsensical with every day. New people surprise me and upset me, especially after some tried to destroy me, and I have been alone for so long.
Who are you? Are you why this fog is always in place? Why won't you let anyone light the lighthouse?
My name is Cylindra. When I was alive, I had a vision for the city, a way to better it. But the sages were not willing to surrender the power they so cherish. I was sentenced by the petty and jealous men who rule Candlekeep to be this lighthouse's keeper for the rest of my days. One night, though, a ship appeared and grazed this island's rocky shore. I watched it happen, looking for any sign of why the crew did not steer away. But instead of men on the decks, I saw rats. Thousands of them. Many fled from the ship and onto the island, swimming to shore before swarming the tower. I locked the doors and heard them scratching and biting at the wood and trying to climb the walls. There was no way out, and I could only sit and listen to try. Eventually, I died, and my spirit was bound here by the horror that I had experienced. I cannot leave, and am forced to relive those memories every day.
Dude, that's deep.
It is driving me mad.
Do you know how we could bring you peace? Send you to the afterlife?
No, but I do know how you can free me from this island, at least. There is a circle of stones in the woods where druids sometimes meet to worship and conduct rituals. There is strong magic in that place, and if you burn my bones on the altar, along with a symbol of the event that so cursed me, my spirit will be lifted into the air with the smoke and ash, setting me free from my prison. I will be able to wander the world and leave those terrible memories behind.
What do you mean by a symbol? Any idea what we could use?
The ship that brought the rats here washed ashore nearby. That vessel was the architect of my death and will provide the means of my freedom. Find something unique to the ship, something that shows its identity, like the boards where its name is painted, for example.
All right then. I'll help you.
Thank you. Truly, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Here. I will feel when the deed is done, and both the fog and I shall depart the moment it is, never to return. Farewell.
We're carrying her bones. All right, moving on. So did the rats come out of that container?
Child, I would be careful of that one. Banshees are not your average ghost or lost soul, and the stories I have heard are far from flattering. As far as I know, they are always elf women who have been punished for some misdeed. You may want to ask Tesserae about why she was imprisoned here before deciding to loose her upon the world. As one of the city's sages, he likely knows what happened.
I'll think about it.
No, I'm going to, because her story doesn't check out. What was in that container then that got loose?
Surprised to see you still alive.
The docks. Let's go talk to, like he said, we probably should go talk to Thessel. He said, because her story was holding up until she explained that I feel that she released those rats.
Magical books to offer the library, and of course, they already have.
God, we need some teleportation. I'm getting tired just watching my character run. As you can see, side questing is fun because there's a lot going on, and they're not like little short things. There's a lot going on.
Back again? I'll take that to mean you want something.
Do you know anything about a woman who was forced to be the lighthouse keeper? She died and is turned into a banshee.
Oh, yes. Lindra Amakir, that venomous woman, was sentenced to the island for trying to take over Candlekeep. She had a small, dedicated following that wanted to make her queen and force the avowed into servitude under her. She'd threatened and obtained blackmail on so many of the people in charge of the city that no one would dare arrest her until the sages themselves became involved. Nearly became a civil war. We sentenced her to the island so that she could serve the city that she had nearly destroyed while warning incoming ships away from the rocks and her equally perilous self. Guess that one came back to bite us, huh?
Yeah.
She wants to be free of the island, and told us that burning her bones at the druidic shrine, along with the symbol of the thing that killed her, would let her leave the island.
If done properly, it would do just that, and divines above help us if that were to happen. Knowing her, she would immediately seek vengeance and then abuse her new freedom to torment whomever looked at her sideways in life. It is not in a banshee's nature to recognize their own faults. They always blame others.
That's what makes them banshees, not ghosts.
So we just leave her? Give up on the lighthouse?
Not necessarily. If you grind her bones to dust at the shrine and then scatter the dust to the ground while burning that symbol you mentioned, it will sever her connection with the island. That will tie her to the shrine long enough for her soul to pass on into whatever wretched afterlife she deserves. That being said, she probably won't be too happy if you do that, and will try to stop the ritual. Please at least consider doing the right thing, even if it's risky and a pain in the posterior.
I'll tell you how it goes.
Okay. So we still need to go to the ghost ship. But after we get whatever symbol so it did kill her, but she explained that they came onto the island and then forced their way in. If that's true, what was in that container? Man, I should have went with another character with better intellect. I normally like characters with more intellect and charm and wisdom. So I must have been the paladin. Because had I not missed that role at the beginning, I would have known what was in that. So okay, so now we want to go to the ship, pick up the thing, then go to the temple over there. And we're going to grind her bones instead of burn them. Shipwreck. There should be a place for us to buy, once we get more gold, there should be a place for us to at least buy a better weapon. I mean, she wasn't kidding. There's definitely a ton of rats out here.
There, that figurehead on the ship will do perfectly for dealing with the banshee Cylindra.
Right on. That it? Can we explore it? I was kind of hoping to fight something. I don't even know if we can get in this thing. Whoa. Oh. My bad. For a second there, I'm like, what was that? Wait, no, it's just a fireball that I threw because I pushed the internet. I guess we can't get in. I don't really see a way to get in it unless I'm missing it. Aha. Nah, I guess there's nothing here. Ah, man. Oh, wait. Aha. Chest. There we go. I'll take it. I knew there'd be something here. Right on. All right. Now we can head back. Docks. Actually, let me get these coins out of the way. There we go. All right, so now we need to go to that Druid temple.
The shrine. If you have not yet, consider the repercussions of your decision here. It may be more dangerous for you to banish Cylindra, but setting her free could be disastrous.
Maybe. You think she's learned her lesson?
I sincerely doubt it.
What will you do? Free the banshee or send her spirit on to whatever comes next?
We are going to banish her this time around.
You take Cylindra's bones and begin crushing them with a stone, grinding them into shards against the altar, and then into even finer pieces until all that remains is a grainy dust. Scooping it up with your hands, you walk around the altar, scattering the remains into the dirt and grass before turning and setting the dragon-shaped figurehead alight.
What have you done? Traitor, liar! Obedience or worship! Need my end here, then I will take
Ooh, critical hit. Nice.
You did the right thing, Contra. Now Candlekeep can have its lighthouse back and its people can sleep in peace, knowing that such a creature will not haunt them. Well done.
Huh. Cylindra dropped one of Thesserai's cards. Maybe she found it washed up on her island. Wonder why she was carrying it around, though. Hoping it would help somehow?
Cool. So there's 10 cards to collect, because I think they said that was 1 out of 10. Okay, so now we can... Are we going the right way? I think we're going the right way. Our horse ran off, didn't it? There it is. Let's head back, turn this in. Turn this in and see if we can get some more gear.
I came all this way with a weapon.
From atop the city walls, I saw a tree fall.
Ah, I was wondering when you would return. It seems that I underestimated you. Truth be told, I half expected you to die or run away when I sent you to investigate the lighthouse. But here you are. The mists are gone and the island seems to be safe again. Thank you for your service to Candlekeep. Your payment, as promised.
If you'd like, we can continue on to more adventures now, or you can continue to explore. You'll always be able to come back later. If you're ready to move on, go speak with the man with the cart. He's a friendly sort, though I can't remember his name.
See, is there anywhere we can buy stuff yet? Yeah, there's a market right here. Haha. How much is it though? You know,
Consider potions and insurance against dying.
well, let's see. This is just the next level up. Oh yeah, we can afford it. We can afford it.
I wonder if it's true. Could there really be a dragon living underneath the library?
Not seen you around before. New to town?
Okay, we got that. Should we get a health potion too? We might need it.
Don't try to steal anything. I've got a good memory for faces.
Yes, let's do that. Then
Consider potions and insurance against dying.
okay, yes. Buy that. And buy that.
Is that the sound of money?
They don't have enough for the rest of this. But we do have another side quest to do, so yeah, everything's 25.
Well, if you're looking to avoid a painful, gruesome death, you've come to the right place.
Come in here real quick, make sure. Yep, I knew there was a nice. Always something to do in the end.
You heard any interesting rumors or know of any work I could find?
Plenty of rumors around here. But if you're looking for work, there's apparently a pack of kobolds farther up the coast. Living in a shipwreck there and have been pilfering food, tools, and anything else they can get their hands on from the locals. I got a collection going to give to whoever chases them off. Interested?
Yeah, I can just chase them off. I don't have to kill them.
Nah, they haven't actually harmed anyone. Yet. So, might as well give them a chance to just set up camp somewhere else. Good luck with the little blighters.
It seems like
Got
no
it.
one can get through the emerald door anymore.
Okay, so I like to do side quests before I continue on with the main missions. So we've got one of our side quests done, got us some more gear, and we actually picked up a card too from that banshee. So that means I think next we'll do the we'll go try to find the other, what was it, the researcher or something like that? And then we'll go try to get to the... Is that the same shipwreck we were already at? I think it is. No problem. All right, so next episode, we're going to finish those other two side quests before moving on with the main story. So far, liking it. Again, I had fun with the last one, and I couldn't wait for them to add more. I'm so happy they did. I'm definitely going to enjoy this playthrough. And remember, if you want to take part in the giveaway, make sure to leave a comment on this video and the next two videos for sure, because after the third episode, I will announce a winner. So make sure that if you want to, leave a relevant comment. And also make sure that you have at least a Twitter, Instagram, or Discord so that I can send you the codes for the Minecraft coin directly, so that you can automatically use it. All right, guys. That's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next episode. Average Arcader out.